now let's get into this Trump thing. Red, you probably did more research than I did on it.
So not a lot, but I know that they did a raid. He stays in Mar-a-Lago, it's in Florida. President Trump, the former president, they said the Department of Justice, no, FBI, they did a raid on his house. They said he has
Hidden
classified documents, a lot of documents. I think one of the allegations, maybe nuclear secrets or something like that. So there's no telling what it is. Same time, they got a special master that they putting in, because he says, I need my people to check your documents first before you can investigate it. So a judge said you can do that. Now they're saying it maybe not. So it's gonna be back and forth.
Real quick, the cameraman, introduce yourself, man. You've been disrespectful here.
Darwin Antoine, man, of Grassford and Keystone Production, the Dream Factory.
Right,
salute to you, salute.
And chime in too, you know what I'm saying? Please do. I heard the little bit of news clips I was listening to. They had some Trump supporters trying to assassinate officials or something like that, throwing threats at Biden and stuff FBI, like that. I mean, they off the hook with theirs, man.
Yeah.
And, real quick, the storm on the Capitol happened in what? The pandemic?
January 6th.
2021, right?
What happened to those people? Seriously, you don't hear nothing else about them. It's been hush-hush. That's like the situation with the guy who went up, drove 2 states and shot up a supermarket for black people. One of the people happened to be somebody that was turning gas.
Water.
Water.
And,
you can run your car with water.
You know it's not the first time that happened.
No, it's not. But it's hush hush. You don't hear nothing about that. You hear more about Young Thug's RICO case pops up. And we talked about that last time. Then people, doing these school shootings and these random, I won't say random because it's not random, but they're doing these shootings and they killing off black folk. It's hush hush. That's like the people who stormed the Capitol. It's hush hush. So these people that's going around, quote unquote, trying to assassinate Biden and different officials, we don't hear a name from these people. They trying to assassinate FBI informants, FBI personnel. You don't hear a name, you don't hear a last name.
Right.
And not to make it a race thing, but if it was one of us trying to assassinate somebody, a government official, our face be up there, our mothers, our fathers, first and last name, what school we went to, do we have any type of mental or defects or whatever the case may be.
They find your old friends you used to beef with.
So like Trump say, fake news. You know what I'm saying? So that's interesting, man. Y'all think it has anything to do with him trying to run against Biden and they want to sabotage that, basically telling him look, stay out of the race? What y'all think? What you think about it?
When I think about it, my candid opinion about it, based on some study and research, it's all WWF, bro.
Yeah.
And so basically the media is financed by corporation. And these corporations that finance these media know that you have sensory, your touch, smell, ears, your touch, smell, hear, ears, and taste, the 5 senses that they see. So nourishment also not just comes from food, but it comes from what you hear and what you see. They are programming you, you know what I'm saying? So when they say back to your regularly scheduled program, it's a program. So on the television, if we don't go outside, the television that our slave masters, first of all, this is America, it's the West society. These are people that brought us over here. They want to control us. So the TVs, the programming they put in front of us is what they want us to have. That's why when somebody mentioned something, that you have your master's degree. Well, yes, you have your master's degree because you have your master's degree.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They indoctrinate you with what your master wants you to think about. So all this, even the topics in which we talk about, these are trivial topics compared to what's really going on a large scale. So keep them distracted with football, keep them distracted with these murders. Okay, yes, we got people that have been murdered, these celebrities that have been murdered. First of all, they already celebrated enough as human beings. Right. We don't have idols, you know what I mean? They're not my role model, you understand what I'm saying? You're not spreading any type of real social reform to the people, and selling souls come in different categories. You can sell your soul by just selling your moral integrity, knowing the truth and misleading your people. So what they want on this television is let's get back to the Trump thing, I ain't trying to get out of there, but what they want you to see is the same. It's 2 wings of the same bird, bro. Politics is the politics. When you say poly, you say many. Ticks are bloodsuckers. All this, they use this to control us and put us against each other. When at the same time, bro, you still don't have no rights because you're a straw man. You know what I'm saying? You're a straw man doing these. When the Moroccan Treaty was signed, everything that you have, your birth certificate, your ID, your social security cards, are all capital letters because you are a corporate entity. You belong to a corporate government, which is America, and that's why we have a president, because they're running a corporation. So what you see is what they pay for you to see. That's why there's so much money involved in it. The truth ain't gonna never come through the primary media outlets. The truth gonna come through you going to study for yourself and going beyond these primary media outlets. The crazy thing about it is, in the age of information, we got the opportunity to do that because it's everything you can type up on YouTube, anything. But yet we incline towards the trash.
Right.
Because it's more to be, it's easier to be entertained than to learn.
It's boring.
My thing is with the informational highway that we have now, it's called Google, the internet. Even though that's available to us, you got to know what to search for. Because a lot of things, you can type up something and that could be false leading. You understand what I'm saying? So I go back to the old school method of learning. Sitting in front of a scholar or a person of knowledge or a person that has that expertise in it, and you sit in front of them and you actually learn. You know, because they you can be misled through Google. And I'm one of them because
it's called the internet for a reason. It's a net. It's for the catchy. The web is a web. We got a surah, and I'm not trying to get religious, but in the Quran there's a surah called Surah Ankabut, which is the spider web, and it talks about surely the weakest of web is the one that the spider makes. The spider's home is frail. You know what I'm saying? So when they get us in this web type mentality in the internet, they're there to catch you. When you, even with the words, you say words for a sword is backwards. That's Hindu. When you go to words for spelling, spell, writing for ritual, cursive for cursive. This is a Freemasonic constitution you're living under. So anything that you see, LIVE, telling EVIL, Oprah Winfrey Network is NWO, Walmart is martial law. They want you to go to the left, because they're programmed on the left side of the brain. We pledge to Greek fraternities in these colleges when, in fact, the Greeks pledged to the Africans. How do you think they got their knowledge? So any idiots that go to these schools and think because I have these degrees from the Greek fraternities, you're actually backward because they only can go up to a certain amount of degrees. In Africa, you had, even though however we want to take it, however we want to spend it, whether it was good or whether it was bad, it was still knowledge. And it was 365 degrees of that knowledge, you know what I mean? Not 33, not 99. So this free and accepted masonry that we're being ran by is a Europeanized version of science. And it's secularized, so under the one eye, under your money, it says Novus Ordo Secularum. Latinized, that means new secular order. So in order to secularize you, I gotta take you away from your spiritual eye and make you only believe in what you touch, smell, see, hear, and taste, and cut your common sense off. And if we're vibing from that three-dimensional reality, you'll never see the bigger picture. We're gonna always be stuck within the boundaries of the touch, smell, see, hear, and taste, the matrix. That's why on the Paul on the Matrix, he said, I know this is the steak, but he said, I know this is the steak, and I know this electrical signal is interpreting the steak to me in my brain. Really, without taste buds, the steak don't have a taste. So if the steak don't have a taste, does the steak really have a taste materialistically? No, it's your sensory sending information through neuron pathways to your brain telling you that this tastes good. So none of this is real. All this is an illusion, you know?
So, Gov, wrapping, that was heavy, huh? So Gov, wrapping it up, what's your views on the Trump situation?
Keep us busy while they out there manipulating, while they're creating this cashless society, while they're doing Silicon Valley, while they're bringing Neuralink into play, while they're getting rid of it, bringing into the New World Order, which we just about to enter into right now. So.
That's all a part of this whole thing too. Like, see, the reason why they do this, another reason is because we just going through, he's polarizing. So when you add more the whole election, are we really choosing the leaders? That's the real question that I really want.
Who's choosing? Are we really
choosing a true leader, or are we really choosing or are we just going through the act so that we can stay complacent and we can stay pacified?
Exactly, basically.
You know what I mean? So I think that's the big thing that we got going on. So that's the reason why we got this going, you know what I mean?
However, Trump is different though. So I'm gonna say that Trump's different. Trump is savage. He's not a politician, he's a savage. So I said that before he got elected. So I knew he was gonna come in and shake him up real quick.
A wild card.
Yeah.
So that wraps up the first segment on Guess I'll Say It. We go into the second segment. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, and we should have things in the subscription what is it, the clothing wear coming soon, hats and everything else. Look forward to that soon. Merch